The following product snapshot will demonstrate the power of DoForms when used on a Honeywell Android device with a high-speed 2D imager. DoForms is integrated with Honeywell's API, and when you load DoForms on a Honeywell device, DoForms will automatically replace the standard Android Scan API with the Honeywell Scan API. In addition, you can also use the device's side button, which can also function as a keyboard interrupt, placing scan results into fields within DoForms. There are two main benefits of using the API approach. First, you can place a software scan button directly into your form, and second, DoForms can automatically call the API and start the scanner as soon as you enter a scan field. Let's show you how this works. As you can see on my screen, I have a printed out piece of paper with 4 barcode tags and DoForms loaded up on my Honeywell device. As you can see on the Honeywell device inside of my form, we have a scan tag field that is a barcode field in DoForms. You'll also notice the scan button inside of the field. Once clicked, this button will activate the 2D imager and scan a barcode and put the value into the field. Watch. You'll notice that it scanned the tag and it put the value inside of the field. Next, I will show you how we can use the device's scan button to scan a barcode into a text box using the keyboard interrupt method. Once the value is scanned, the resulted tag will be automatically parsed into 3 individual fields based on a number of characters in the string. As you can see on my screen, I have a scan string field and 3 additional fields after it. So what's going to happen is I'm going to use the side button here to capture a barcode tag, and then automatically DoForms will parse that barcode tag into these 3 fields. Watch. So as you can see, after I scanned the tag, it parsed the first 4 characters into field 1, the second 4 characters into field 2, and the last 4 characters into field 3. The next demonstration shows how you can use either method within a table to rapidly scan multiple items. As you can see on my screen, I have a table with 1 row for scanning fields. DoForms will automatically add a row after each scan and automatically jump you down to that next row, allowing you to rapidly scan through multiple tags. DoForms can add as many rows as needed by dynamically adding each row each time a new scan is captured. Watch. So I am going to scan 1, 2, 3, 4 tags. As you can see on my screen, my 1 row table has now built itself up to 4 rows with a blank row at the end for me to jump down and scan again. This allows you to rapidly scan through as many barcode tags as you need while dynamically building a table to capture all of the information. Lastly, you can use the keyboard interrupt method to scan into a single text field, but then request that that text field be parsed based on a number of characters, with each n characters being placed into a row of a selected table automatically. So essentially, I'm going to scan a bunch of values into this scan to table field, and once the values have all been captured, it's going to parse them into the table underneath. Watch. So, as you can see on my screen, I scanned 4 tags, and it only put 3 into the table. The reason it only put 3 into the table is because the table has a setting checked on to not allow for duplicates. When you're rapidly scanning, it's very common for you to hit the same tag twice, and so in order to avoid having duplicate information, DoForms has a duplicate check, which will only input the value 1 time into the table instead of putting multiples in. Along with these different functionalities that DoForms offers, each barcode tool also has its own set of settings. You can do result parsing, auto scanning mode, automated navigation around your form, keyboard suppression, dynamic table expansion, data lookups based on a scan, and logic and calculations using scanned data.